Elvis Presley weds Priscilla Ann Boudreaux, and one of America's richest teenage singing idols promises to love, honor, and obey. The couple first met
Elvis. Shoot.
Both are Memphis natives, and Elvis, 32.
I was still in Memphis, and I couldn't get away from Elvis. He was everywhere. My name is Paul Provenza, and I'm a comedian. But I didn't feel very funny after my week at Uncle Ha Ha's Chuckle Hut. The Memphis crowd just wasn't digging me. I couldn't help wondering how he did it. Elvis was loved by millions, while I was heckled by dozens. Maybe I didn't wiggle my hips the right way or have the right curl in my lip. Maybe I should have worn a cape. I was stuck in a cheap motel room that was closing in on me tighter than Elvis's last jumpsuit. I was smothering in Elvis. One more reminder of Elvis and I was gonna snap. I had to go out and get some air. Bad idea. No matter where I went, Elvis chased me, like, you guessed it, a hound dog. It was Elvis this and Elvis that. Why, it seemed like if you slapped a picture of Elvis on it, you could sell a pack of cigarettes to the Surgeon General. He's still making more money than I am, and he's dead. What did he have that I don't have? Besides an almost insatiable desire for pork and pork byproducts. In Memphis, all roads lead to Graceland, and that's where I ended up. For those who worship Elvis, Graceland is the Vatican, and Elvis is the Pope, except with gaudier clothes. The wall in front has become a shrine where the faithful come to pour out their hearts, leaving devoted, loving, almost sacred messages. To speak to Elvis, call 1-800-I-AM-DEAD. All right, bad example.
Elvis Presley's Cadillac. $5 to sit behind the wheel of a Cadillac once owned by Elvis Presley himself. Felt great, didn't it, son? Go right ahead, sit right there behind the wheel. Feels good, don't it? Feels good. $5, folks, $5 to sit in the car once owned by Elvis Presley.
Oh, I don't believe this.
Hey, buddy, how would you like to sit behind the wheel of Elvis Presley's Cadillac?
Oh, come on, this isn't Elvis Presley's Cadillac.
Yes, it is.
It is not.
Yes, it is.
It is not.
Yes, it is.
Oh, look at these people. He's ripping you off. What a rook.
You know what? You look like just the guy who needs to sit behind the wheel of this here Cadillac.
Oh, you $5 to sit in the car. No, forget it. How much? Look at it. $250? That'll be fine.
I'm sorry, folks. The show's over. Show's over.
What?
That's it. I'm sorry. Out of the car, young lady. I'm sorry.
I have seen some scams in my time, but this is a beaut.
You know what, my friend? I think you need to have an authentic Elvis Presley souvenir. That's what I think.
Oh, an authentic one?
That's right. How about a handful of Elvis Presley's dead batteries?
Oh, yeah, that's what I want. A dead singer's dead batteries.
How about Elvis's insoles?
Yeah, I already have some, thanks.
His bath mat?
Oh, come on. This isn't Elvis's stuff. Wow, look at all those pills.
Those are vitamins, that's all.
They are not.
R2.
Are not.
R2.
Are not.
R2! You don't believe in Elvis, do you?
What is it with all of this Elvis nonsense? Enough already.
Let me tell you something about this car, son. Purdy, ain't it? You know, Elvis Presley himself once owned it. In 1958, he walked into Howard Massey's Cadillac dealership, and he purchased it and gave it to a person, who in turn gave it to somebody else, and so on, and so on, and so on. Here, I want you to sit inside this car. Feel it. Feel the power, the aura, the Elvisness.
The Elvisness? Look, if you're trying to sell me the car, I'm not interested, all right?
No, I can't sell you this car. No, I have to give it away. And you, my friend, you are the chosen.
I am not.
R2.
I am not.
R2.
I am not.
R2. Seize the moment. It can change your life.
Look, I don't know what your angle is. What, is the car stolen or something like that?
Look, there's two things to remember. One, don't be cruel.
Look, I don't want the... Hey.
And two, pump the brakes, you stick.
Hey, I don't want... Hey, where are you? Hey, I don't want this car. I'm not... I'm sorry, it's not my car. Okay. The guy was part Yoda and part Mr. Haney from Green Acres. The car was a '58 Cadillac convertible. It was just like a regular car, but without all those pesky little safety devices. And it had a mind of its own.
That's just left the building. Those are his footprints right there.
It seemed to be telling me exactly where it wanted me to go. It was as though free will was not standard equipment on this car. In fact, it wasn't even offered as an option. I was going to Graceland 2 in Holly Springs, Mississippi, to visit the world's #1 Elvis fans.
I'm gonna sit right down and mail myself to Elvis. Return to sender. Make that address heaven. COD.
Hi, I'm Elvis.
I started this collection when I was 13 years old, when I saw Elvis on a Tommy and Jimmy Dorsey show. And I started the collection then, and I haven't stopped to that day, and nothing will stop me now. Even to the day I die, I'll be buried world #1 Elvis fan in that gold suit back here. Tell you the honest to God truth, most of the happiness I've known in my whole life has been from what Elvis brought for me. And that's the way I feel. I even named my son here. His name is Elvis Aaron Presley McLeod.
So how many items would you say you have in your collection here?
Thousands. We've even got rid of the furniture, believe it or not, so we'd have room for the Elvis stuff. And we work on this collection here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year we're at it. Cataloging all this information on Elvis as archivist for fans worldwide.
This is our periodical room. What we've done here is collect numerous publications of periodicals on Elvis, from TV guides dating back from 1956 to present day, to books from 1956 to present date, and magazines from '55 to present date.
And what we've done here in back of us is we're kind of doing a stairway to Elvis. We got more statues that we got to put out here, and we're going to do the whole complete stairway. And Elvis has even got a book talking about the Stairway to Elvis by, who is it, Elvis? Van Zeppelin? Huh? What we got in here is we've done this into a newspaper room, and I believe we got one of the world's largest newspaper collection on Elvis. All these clippings here represent from headlines of Elvis's death from Tennessee to Moscow, covered the whole world.
What's that up there in the back?
That's the first flowers that was put on the mausoleum grave up there. It took 100 vans to bring the flowers there.
Dried flowers from Elvis's grave.
Yeah.
Make a nice potpourri.
Yeah.
So these are pieces of carpeting from Elvis's home from Graceland?
Yeah, come out of the den area. And I've had these made up for the documentation of it.
Elvis may have stood on that very piece of carpet, is that right?
Yeah, I've also got a piece of the rubber that goes with it also.
Oh, if these stains could talk, huh? Now, these are volumes of books that just, of TV shows that just mention Elvis? They're not even TV shows about Elvis?
No, if it's about Elvis, we have a catalog. If it's not about Elvis, no matter how minute the information is, whether he's mentioned briefly, whether his music is playing, whether a talk show band plays one of Elvis' songs, where there's pictures shown way off in the background. If it's something about Elvis, no matter how minute, how large it is, strictly about him, not about him, it's cataloged. There's over 1,350 of these plastic binders throughout the house. In this particular room, there's over 350. We ran out of binders and had to order 1,000 more. We have a stack of paper this tall to catalog an individual binders, which represents an individual category on Elvis. This is 1992 TV Volume 8. An example here is this program's Tonight Show with Jay Leno. It was dated August 25th, 1992, 10:35 p.m. It came on Channel 5 NBC Network, affiliate with WMC TV out of Memphis. Now, the time Elvis was mentioned was 10:52. The star represents that in the TV guide, this is all it said about Elvis. But all this information is kept track of that way. My dad and I are on 12-hour shifts.
I'm exhausted. It's like talking to Rain Man.
Well, since 1981, we've burned out 6 TVs in the process of keeping track of all this information. You can only run a TV so long, which is the same for a VCR, since we burned out 4 since then.
You keep them running almost 24 hours every day?
Yeah.
How many tapes in each trunk?
There's hundreds and hundreds of tapes, not an exact figure, because everything's chronicled to one trunk, so you can look it up through the information in here.
You got to get out more.